evening, everyone. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm glad to have you on this evening, this Friday night, the 7th of June. We are 7 days in already in the month of June, and June just got here, and we are already at the number of completion of some things. So come on in, say hello. I'm excited on tonight. We're talking about protector seeds, but I tell you, I just got all kind of great surprises on today. So I am just so excited. A lot of things going on, but come on in the room. Um, Come in, say hello, let me know you're here with Faith Shares on tonight, the Faith Share family. I am just looking and trying to put my phone, of course, on mute because it's playing. But I am so happy that you are coming in on tonight. Hey, Denise, how are you? And Virginia Stewart, y'all come in. I tell you, I'm so excited. I feel like a child at Christmas, just all kind of great gifts. So come in, come in. We want to still talk about protecting our seed. Um, and trying to get this phone off at the same time. But I am so excited about the things that are happening and the things that are going on. Um, Saddened on some things. Today, they laid to rest a 16-year-old, one of my son's classmates before he left that school, and there was a lot of them there. So took him to the burial site, and we're still praying for that family. Strong mother, and showing concern and love. Her whole family. Hey, Duchess, for the other young people that are here and living. And I was glad that I did take my son out there because he was able to speak with the moms, and it just encouraging the kids to do the right thing, be with the right people, giving their life to Christ. That it was a big thing at his funeral, and a lot of young people gave their life. So it's something great came out of it, but we're still praying for the family because that's still the loss of their son. So we will continue to pray. And it's just amazing that we're talking about protecting our seed, and we have to protect our seed. Um, as parents, I will say to you over and over again that you need to be in a place where you protect your seed. And hey, Dr. Gatsin and Darlene, come on in. Glad to have y'all on tonight. That protecting your seed sometimes mean that your kids may be upset with you because you will be making right decisions on their behalf. So whatever is necessary, and I tell anybody, I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect mine and do what I have to do. We were put here to be responsible stewards over them, to guide them. And the things that are happening now, we really want to make sure that we're leading them. And I mean leading them, not letting them lead you in the wrong areas, but leading them. My daughter just said on tonight that a mother wanted to talk to me about their child. I was like, why? Because I'm not telling them to come over, so I need to know what is it? Because if she sees, I said, I'm glad because I believe parents should talk to each other, especially if your child is going to be around somebody. But we have to protect our seed. We have to protect our kids, the youngest to the oldest, our babies, We need to be protecting them. When it comes to education, you need to protect your kids. You need to be involved. You need to make sure that the best is being done for your child, and that's really going to include you. It's going to include um, our hands in. I mean, hands all the way in. Even when they're in the school system, our hands must be all the way in. If you have, because it is so um, normalized today for you to always hear now in the school system and out of the school system. Well, my child has ADHD, my child has ADD, my child has all these different things. But I need you to understand, even with all of that, your child still can learn, your child still can behave. You have to make sure your child is not left behind. I'm telling you now, you have to be the advocate for your child. We have to be the advocate for our children, literally, in our community, in our houses, in our ministries, wherever is necessary in your families. You will have, they need an advocate for them. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what all's happening, but thank y'all all for being here. Thank y'all for waiting. And now somebody else's phone is ringing. But thank you for waiting. My computer just totally froze, and you guys are the best. You literally are the best. Going in, coming back out, because I was about to come on the phone. I'm not defeated with nothing on this in this season, and I need y'all to be the same way. I am not defeated. I just told someone, I believe it was yesterday, when it comes to my kids, I am not defeated. And I want you to have that same zeal, that same go. We're not defeated, not only with our kids, but with life. It's our time. And when it comes to the kids, I'm there. I am there. Life be lifing, and I'm ready for life because I'm going to enjoy it. And I need y'all to feel the same way. Do not give up on your kids, no matter what the circumstances is. Do not give up. Just like I wasn't going to give up and walk away tonight, and you guys stayed. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Duchess. I made it back. Um, but we cannot give up on our kids. In my case, it's kids, it's nieces, it's nephews, it's grandkids. None of them. Kids in the ministry. I just don't give up kids. Kids are my heart. They are my heart all the way around. So do not give up. Things will come, just like what just happened. Technical difficulties come, but I was not going to say, oh, we're canceling out. Why? Because this is important. We have to protect our seed. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that they get what is due to them. In a good life is what they should have, all of them. Challenges. Some of you may have kids with challenges. It's okay. Been there, done that, and still doing it. And it's okay. But I'm going to tell you this: if you do have a child with challenges, do not punish them because they have challenges. Because you have challenges. We all have challenges. It's just in different ways. But be there for them, and then do not use their challenges as a crutch. One of the things I've done for years with my daughter, and everybody keeps asking, what am I doing? They want to know what type of medication she's on and all of this because of all the things they say. And I'm like, none. I don't give her a crutch, and I treat her like she is an intelligent young lady. And the people, my support system treats her the same way because that's what she is. So when they question and they're in disbelief, they're like, oh, "What are you doing?" Love, praying, and always, and I'm doing it more now than ever, asking God for a strategy. So if you have a child that has challenges, if you have a child that they have diagnosed, and I got news for y'all, all these kids got ADHD, ADD, all of them, and adults too. It's called being a child because they will name them that because the child is moving around. That's what kids do. That's what kids do. And remember this when it comes to the education, all kids do not learn the same. Please remember that. And please, a good way, and I need you to understand this, even with protecting your seed, do not compare another child with another child or against another child. We know that a lot of times in the community, they'll be like, why you can't be smart like this one? Why you can't? They're not that one. They're special in their own way. They have their own identity. So I need you as aunts, uncles, parents, whoever you are, do not do that. All kids can learn. They may learn differently, but they can. Encourage them. let them know that they are somebody. Just don't take the cliche that you can be whatever you want to be. You can't tell them you can be whatever you want to be and then down them in the next sentence. You have to encourage them. Um, will sometimes it works some nerves? Yes, but I'd rather kids work my nerve than adults, and I always say that. So we have to protect them. When it comes to the things of the streets, as we would say, or things that's outside, you have to protect, you have to teach, and you also have to be an example. You have to be an example for these kids, girls and boys. We must be an example. We can't just tell them to do something and we're doing the total opposite because they're going to follow your lead, not just your word. I need you to understand that. They're going to follow your lead. They're going to look at the example. If you're telling the kids, well, I don't want you drinking and smoking, and every time they look, you lit up, you turn up, what you tell them is, I want you to drink and smoke. That's what you tell them because you decide to expose them. And this is the thing, whatever they're exposed to in their environment, they feel that that becomes the norm for them. Protect our seas. We have to protect. You have to. It is necessary. It is a need. Is a must. We must do that. The system now have different strategies to have our kids to fail. I need y'all to understand that. It may look one way, but there's something else underneath that. There's a strategy under it that is not working in their favor. I need us to become stronger as a community to build our children up, to protect our kids. When I tell I got an 18-year-old who will be 19 in November, and another one will be 19 in October. And yes, I'm still that mother. I'm still that. We're still that household that has rules. We're still that household that you can't just come in and out like you want to, like you are paying mortgage. And then I did tell mine, even though you will help pay a bill, you still can't come in and out like that. Why? First of all, I let my children know and others that, as they say, I read in a good book that so your days may be long upon this earth, you want to obey your parents, you want to obey your mother, you want to obey your father. And they used to tell us this, and I know some of y'all can relate. We wasn't paying no attention to what they were saying. They said, I can see further than you can. I know more that's coming than you do. One of the things I always say now is let my experience be your wisdom. I share a lot of the things that I did that was wrong. I share the things when I was being disobedient. And I tell my kids, you know what I'm telling you? So you don't make that mistake. So you don't have to go down that long path of running into things because you were disobedient, because you didn't listen, because you thought you could outsmart your parents. I was blessed with a praying mother. My mother prayed so much till when I told her something, she'd be like, oh, "You can lie all you want, but I know what God showed me." And I used to always laugh. And she used to be correct, exact, and right. All of that. And we have to get back to that. I know this is not, as I would say, this is not church, but I do believe in the power of prayer. I do believe that one of the things we have gotten from is family prayer, and we need to get back to that because life is so fast and everybody's running this way and running that way. But the thing that we need to keep us is prayer. And one of the biggest ways biggest ways to protect your seed is praying, is prayer, prayer, and more prayer. Literally, to even see that mother and the grandmother of the young man who was buried on today, to see them leading young people to Christ today at their grandson and son's funeral. It was a life-changing moment. It was a touching moment. But as the mother said, it was a place where you don't want to see other mothers and fathers going through the pain that they are going through. And some things I need y'all to understand to help protect some of our kids is just a simple no. It's just a simple no. Now I do tell mine. One I tell them because I said so. The other one I tell them is not that I don't want you to go places. It's not that I don't want you to enjoy your young life, but it is that I always pray to be like, okay, God, is this something um, I should let them go to or not? Oh, that's what I do. That's what Coach Faith do. I'm going to use wisdom because we're in a different time. We're in a time not only you got kids that don't care, you got grown-ups. And I'm going to put it that way, you got grown-ups shooting our black males straight. We just going to keep it real on here. So we have to protect our seed at all costs, and not just males. They getting females too, because females gonna fly off at the mouth so quick. You can't, when you get a female hot, she just don't know how to shut up. She just ain't, she just gotta yell it. Well, people are taking you out now. So you might learn, we have to teach them now. You can't say everything you want to say. It's okay. It's okay to be home. And it's definitely okay to read a book. How about that? It is so, it really is okay to read a book. We know that everything is on social media and taking your attention, but I promise you, you might want to read a book. You'll be so amazed what you can learn. You'll be so amazed how your imagination can be built for the better. You'll be so amazed. That's something that we need to be saying in our community. Them getting in the books, in the right books, will help a lot. I'm just being real on tonight. It will help so much because I need you to understand one of the strategies is to take the books away. They already said we wasn't going to read, but to take the books away. Technology. But somebody study those books to get there. But they're slowly taking them away in school. In school, everything is technology. Are they using it for all learning? No, because you got those kids that are talking to kids in another school and showing pictures and doing all these things. So look, we got to protect our kids. We got to protect the seed. If you don't have no kids in the house, you got kids in your family. Be there. Tell them. Talk to them. Be real with them. Be real with them. But our small babies, our elementary kids, let me tell you something. If Coach Faith don't give you no greater advice on tonight, let them get in those books. Let them babies do more books than they do tablets. I know somebody's not agreeing with me, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Let those babies do more books than they do tablets. They can do their tablets, they can play their game, but let them get in a hard copy book. Some of us don't even know what books are no more. Well, they need a book. Like they would show us, they need a book. And they would teach them the front cover, the back cover, the spine, and all this kind of stuff. They need a book. Let them get in books. Let them get the feel of books. Let them get the feel of turning the pages. Let them get the feeling of coming back and telling you what they read, or writing you a small paragraph. Because I need y'all to understand, kids are in high school right now and cannot write a decent paragraph. This is real. They cannot write a decent paragraph. You got schools. I know what I'm talking about. You got schools that are letting those kids write sentences. They're not spelling the words correctly. They do not have the proper grammar. They're not even starting the sentence off with a capital letter. And you got certain schools that are not even catching it. They see it. I've talked to a teacher, literally. And the teacher said, because I complained, and the teacher said, well, they told us. Who's the they? They told us, as long as we can make out what they're talking about. I'm not talking about no pre-K and kindergarten. I'm talking about fifth and sixth grade, seventh grade, ninth grade. What you mean make out what they're saying? The grammar's not right. And then guess what happens when they get in high school and it's time to go to college? They flunk out in the first semester. They don't even know what it is. This is real. This is part of protecting our seed for those that go. And even if I don't care if they go to a 2-year school, the main things they will need, they will not have, because you have to pay attention. Because I know I have been guilty of it. No, it's on us. It is not. It is not. Let me tell you something. It is not on. You cannot put all this on the teachers, on the educators, because I got some news for you. They're only teaching what they're allowing them to teach now. It's not like in my day. Those teachers taught every subject. But remember, them the same teachers that will spank you too. So we know that's not happening because everybody will flip out. So now you have to make sure. You have to make sure. I was having a conversation with a teenager, and I asked a question that somebody might say is crazy, but no, I was for real. I was like, what do sentences start off with? You know, where do you capitalize? I'm asking those questions because right now in the society that we're in, it is very important. Very important. So I am asking those questions now in the society that we're in. So I'm going to ask those questions when it comes to my grandson and in a younger crew. You have to follow up. You have to make sure. And sometimes you got to lead. You're going to have to lead. Don't wait till it's time for them to go to school. Do it. This is all part of protecting the seed. Telling them no, a lot of times is part of protecting the seed. Saying no, you can't wear this is part of protecting the seed. Making sure they are age appropriate, acting their age is part of protecting the seed. Telling our little girls, you're still little girls, enjoy your childhood. This is what we call too grown. You can't do this. You got plenty of days when, if as they say, the Lord let you live, when you will become grown, and sometimes, a lot of times, wish that you wasn't in such a rush. There's nothing wrong with it. Tell them it's a part of protecting our seeds. Stop trying to be buddy with these kids and just tell them right. But you know what? The parent. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna talk to some of the mothers. Listen, mothers, them kids cannot put on those clothes unless you buy them. And no child, no 5-year-old, and sometimes younger than that, or a 10-year-old has any business looking like they 16 or 17. I'm glad I don't have to wait on a response, because I'm just gonna tell you, no, they have no business looking like that. None of the kids. The boys shouldn't be more into fashion than they are into books. And Duchess, you are so right. Some of the teenagers can't read, write. Oh, Some, Duchess, you in another state. In this state, most all of them can't read in cursive or write in cursive. High school students, I got it better than that. College students cannot read or write in cursive. Literally, college students, A students at that, honor students at that. Did I ever think that day would come? No, because we had to learn how to write in cursive. We had to learn how to read in cursive. When I tell you they cannot read or write in cursive, they cannot. And we are in the state when they came up with all this money and said they turned around and changed their mind. I forgot how many millions of dollars they were supposed to put in it. They changed their mind. Oh, but if you go to another school, go to the one in private sectors, their kids learning. They're learning. And people tell me, what technology has taken over. But when they ask for a signature, they didn't ask for a print. Because I don't know if y'all look, but when you are filling out something, it'll tell you print your name, and then they want it signed. They want that signature. Your signature and print is not the same. So I said, what happens when you get to the place and they say, oh no, that's not a signature. We can't help you. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but a whole lot of stuff you better kind of look at because I can always see something coming up later. So I told my kids, y'all all gonna have a signature. Everybody gonna have a signature. I was like, no, y'all gonna have a signature. It is not a requirement that they don't need it for the workforce or a career. Yeah, that's what they say until one day they decide, okay, you might need a signature. Mine's gonna have a signature. You might can read everything and write, but you're gonna have a signature. I promise you that. You're not gonna print that name. And when I told my son that he started hooking this thing together, yeah, because you're gonna have one. You're gonna have one. This is also they say now, but we are also now in the times in the day where they're now telling kids that at 18 years old they don't have to take a lesson. They can carry guns and all of that. Tell me that ain't a setup. You tell your young, I'm just gonna say that you tell that young black boy he can carry a gun. Oh, okay, at 18 and 19, don't have to take no classes, don't have to get no license and stuff. Oh, okay. That's like telling them you walking as a open target. That's what that is. We got to be smart. We got to protect our seeds. It's a setup. It has been well thought out. And I need a lot of my people to stop being so hype and stop trying to be with everybody else, see what's going on, and help save the children, help save our young people. That's what we need to do. Help save them because it's real out here. So it is going across the country. When I'm telling a 18-year-old it's okay and you can carry a gun, they were shooting them before and now they're gonna tell them they can carry a gun. They were shooting them because they thought they had a gun. Now we're gonna say they can carry one. Come on, people. I need y'all to think. And you ain't got to think hard. It was not that long ago. Literally, not that long ago. I need you to think. Every time they killed one of our young men, it was like, I thought they had a gun. I thought they had a weapon. Now they're saying you can carry one. So if they went on a thought, now they going to know. They shoot them faster. Okay, somebody got to think. Somebody, look, it's time for all of us to open our eyes. We got to talk about this and not just on a faith shares neither. You got to talk about this in your house. You got to talk about this in your community. You got to talk about this in your churches. You got to talk about this when the family's gathering, or gather them together to tell them, because we got to protect the seed. We have to help protect them. Because I want y'all to know, I'm going to tell you, you're in for a wild ride. Literally. We have to do our part. They are so precious. They are so smart. They are so intelligent. And we'll say, I don't know what's going on. Somebody else is talking to them, making them think that they love them, and got them out there not caring. Somebody that cares needs to start talking. And don't wait till they get into the wrong hands, because this is the whole thing. How did they get out the house like that? How did so many start ruling the house? How did so many start jumping up in the parents' face? How did so many of our kids start fighting the parents? It starts when they're young. And I'm gonna say that I don't care who don't like. It starts when they're young. When you think it's cute for that 3-year-old to be cussing and saying what they got to say, when you think it's cute for that 5-year-old to tell you no when you tell them to do something, baby, you are creating. You're creating something else. You're creating a monster. When you think it's cute for your 6-year-old to roll their eyes at you and say what they got to say, I'm just gonna let you know. I ain't even gonna try to make it fancy. You are creating something you won't be able to handle later. And that's a fact. Like, uh, they just saying it, and then the only time you want to correct them is somebody there and you feel a little bit embarrassed. No, you have to check them when they're real young. Literally. Or those are the ones that's up in the face. When you're giving them everything they want, we're gonna stop this. I want them to have way more than I have. They do. I promise you they do. You ain't got to buy no high price sneakers or nothing. They have more than you have. They're living better than you are living. We're putting it in stuff. No, love is not material things. Oh, listen, I'm 60 and I know that more now in my life than ever. It's not material things. Love is more than that. They say love is an action word. And when I say action word, yeah, some things come, but um, me and my husband trying to give the kids everything they want, that's not showing them love. My no has a love. My not now has a love. My no, you're not gonna do that is love. No, you can't go there is love. All of that's love. Spending time with them is love. Taking them somewhere is love. No, we taking them, not pushing them on somebody else to take them. That's love. Love is not buying them stuff you can't afford. And then when they find out later on you can't afford it, they trying to, as the old people say, then they trying to steal it or take it from somebody else or mad at you and cuss you out. And I wish a child might. Let me just say it like that. No, we're not doing that. See, one of the problems is you got to know what love is. You have to love yourself. Then you teach them how to love themselves. You teach them that, okay, some things I try to get too fast. Teaching them about credit is love. Teaching them to save money, that's love. All of this, we got to know this is how we protect our seed. But sitting there and when they get a certain age, then you can't control them. And you talking about, I don't know what happened. You happened. That's what happened. You happened. You just happen to let them do whatever they want, say whatever they want, go wherever they want. No, That's shunning the responsibility. Yes, the quality time is everything. It's real. It is real. And I tell people, and I can say that for all of them. Um, yes, they might not like everything I said, but I do. I thank God. I say I have respectful kids. They are because people say, oh, they have so much manners. I said they better. They need to, but that should be normal. But I'm finding out it's not normal. It's not normal now for our young teenager boys to hold the door for a lady, not even an older lady or elderly man. They just walk in and let the door shut behind them. That is so disrespectful. Protecting our seed, talking to them, letting them know letting them know it's okay to have your own identity. You do not have to follow the crowd. But while I tell the kids that, I have to tell the adults that. Women, I have to tell you that. Stop. Stop trying to compare yourself to someone else and be happy with you. We have to protect the seed. Who do you have to look out? Because I need y'all to understand. Some of these kids, I know they ain't gonna look out for me. Uh-uh. They just straight up disrespectful. So I try to stay out of the pathway of disrespectful kids because their parents are going to be mad with me. So I stay away. But and then some of them, I just tell them, come here. Literally, if you know me, you know, come here. And do you know I will talk to them kids, and they'll be fine and be so respectful to me. If they can be respectful to me, they can be respectful to their parents. So that's when it falls on you. Because if they can be respectful to me and I say, come here, and I ain't knocking inside their head, because I ain't need to knocking people's kids, I'll do mine. Anything real close, if it was necessary. And I always find out if you love a child, you can correct a child. Loving them is not giving them everything they want. And giving them things, I need y'all to understand this. Giving them stuff is not going to get you out of your responsibility of raising that child right. That's not going to happen. You have to do it. I love kids, had a center for kids, a learning center for kids, always did love them. Always did. And when we had the ones that would love to get out of hand, they just sent them to my office. And I would have them in there with me and say, now you know better than to interrupt that class. Now you're going to do this or do their work in there with me. But they knew. Miss Washington loved them. And I did. Ha! That's just you right. Give them the look. You give these kids a look, they look back at you. We have to protect our seed. Dress them up just saying they're cute or whatever they say now. They need more than that. They need way more than that. Love on them, but correct them. If you love them, you will correct them. You do not want to send your babies out there because you know, unless they're going to live with you all their life, you better start talking. You better start doing something. Protect the seed. When it comes to education, do all we can. I wished, I really wish that, but it's different now, and the last one to get more of that. But if I could go back, all my kids would have been in a private setting. I'm just gonna be honest. All my kids would have been in a private setting. And I would that's what I would have done. My kids had some good teachers. Yes, they did. Uh, some great teachers. I know great teachers who came out of the education system because they were just having to follow instructions. They could not do their passion of teaching them like they wanted to. But I'm just blessed. I have one left, and we gonna give it our all and get him on out. These 2 years left, because all of them are successful. That's the life I speak over my kids. I don't care what people say, what doctors say, what whoever say. What I say matters. What my husband says matters. We speak life over them, and every last one of them will be successful. That's all I have to speak over these kids. That's why I don't mind telling them right. Because I'm telling no, you're gonna be somebody. You're not gonna be like the other kids you see. You're not like that. You have somebody who cares for you. You're not living on the street. You're not hungry. Because some kids are, and some of them you can feed, you can see about when we're talking about, because when you show them that love, that changes them. Even if they're in a atmosphere that they cannot help, we still can help. We can show some love. Um, um, Sometimes you'll have to feed them. Hey, we can do that. That's part of what we should be doing. But please don't give up. And do not look at somebody else's child and call them this and that. Maybe you can step in and show them that love that you see they're not getting. See, that's a whole different circumstance. When you see they're not getting it, when you see that that parent is an alcoholic, you see that parent is a drug user, that is not on the child. That child is suffering. You may not can take them in your home, but you can do something when you see that child. You can feed that child, because that child will not always be a child, and they will remember. You know what? That lady used to give me food. Some of the most successful people have stories you would not believe, because of the love and the deeds that somebody else showed them when they were either in an abusive home or when they were just did not get the care or the love. Just that neighbor or just that older lady across the street, they remember the love that was given. So when I say protect the seed, I'm not just talking about in your household or just in your family. There are some kids that are in literally situations that they cannot help. And if somebody just show that they care, show that they care, I promise you they won't forget it. I promise you. A young man, he's grown now, and he sees me and he laughed. He said, Miss Washington, you did not play. You used to pinch us. Yes, I did. I used to pinch them kids back in the day when I was a substitute teacher. I sure did. I said, but I didn't let you get suspended. They say you sure did. And some of them were, oh my goodness. And he said, I thank you, because one thing I knew, that you really did care for me. You love me. So I never, he said, I not been in jail and I'm out. And Ms. Washington, I'll never forget you, because you actually cared about us. Because the boys, they were off the chain. But I saw past that. And then I start finding out the households they were in. So I was not going to let those kids get suspended. I was going to get them myself and get on them. But they knew that I cared. They knew that I loved them. And to see them as grown men and saying, we remember that you did not play. Boy, we had loved you. And to tell me thank you later, you can make such a big difference. The thing that blessed me is that they said, I cared. I didn't send them to the office to get suspended. Just said, why am I going to send them back in the atmosphere? As much as I could keep them out, I kept them out. And I was just the most requested substitute teacher. And it was fine. And I would take the rough crowd, but I would still love on them. But I got on them, but I loved on them. And to see them come back as grown men, I laughed and they just hugged me. Let me tell you something. You don't know what a you'll see these little things about just one kind word, but even to that child, just a kind word. That child get cussed out every day morning. They get a break when it's school time, and then they come home, they being cussed out. Just you showing love to that child, they're gonna remember that lady never cussed me out. That lady gave me a hug. Every once in a while, that lady will bring me something, a treat, a treat, make a big change in a child's life. I need you, and it sounds like, oh, that's not no big deal. It ain't a big deal to you because you have, but it's a big deal to somebody that don't have. It's a big deal to a child that's always getting cussed out for you to say, "How you doing, baby? Give me a hug. I want you to do well. I want you to do good. When you go to school, you listen, you learn all you can learn because I know you're going to be somebody." That ain't cost you nothing but a few minutes to plant that seed in that child's life. Let's save the seed. Let's plant good seeds. Let's plant seeds of love. Let's plant seeds of encouragement. Let's plant seeds of hope in these young people's life, in these teenager girls' life. Let's plant that seed. Let's let them know, baby, I want you to live a great life, child free. You don't need no babies right now. You can enjoy your life. You can have so much. I know you can do this. I'm telling a young lady I think she told me she was 21, working. And I said, "Do you have any kids?" She said, "No, ma'am." I said, "Baby, go for your dreams." She said, "Yes, ma'am, I will." And I said, "You got time." I said, "Because learn how to love yourself." And she said, "Thank you." She was working in the perfume, behind the perfume counter. She said, "Thank you, because I see a lot of my friends and I don't want that story. Struggling. What does it take for you to plant a seed of love and hope?" Remember that. Let's protect our seeds. And when I say our seeds, I'm looking at the community. I'm looking in the family. I'm looking in the household. Let's be that example. They see enough hatred, they know enough hatred, but make sure, because I'm gonna tell you something. You can't fake it because they're gonna know that. So be real in it. And if you're not there yet, I pray you get there because there is hope, there is love. So let's protect our seed everywhere we can. I care, and I know I'm not the only one that cares, but let's show them. Our time is almost up. Um, I just want to say to those of you who have patronized me on my book, and it's been a battle that has been won, and it was won in the beginning. And people would ask me, and I was like, I'm in waiting, is in transit, I'm in waiting. And they would ask all kind of questions. I said, I'm not frustrated because I won't allow myself to get frustrated, but it's coming in. If anyone needed a refund, I was glad to give them back their money and whatever. But I need y'all to understand that the books are here, but they're not at my house. Oh, but I am so happy. They have now made it very close. So in the next 2 weeks, those who have pre-ordered, you will have your books. I'm going to say in the next 2 weeks, I will be getting those out. but I thank you so much for your patience. I thank you for knowing those that do know me and those that did not know and they patronize. But it won't be as long as it has been. They are here, and I am excited. I talked to a lady today, and she's ordering 10 books. So I am so blessed, honored. And those who have waited with me um, all this time and believe me, I have that list, and there will be something extra. Um, in your package when you get your book. There will be a extra little something to say thank you for your patience, thank you for waiting, thank you for believing in me, thank you for seeing something to believe in. But Faith Unleashed, it is now much closer. So I am excited. It's just been an exciting time this last couple of months, but June is going to be explosive. Anyone that is in the Orangeburg area or surrounding areas, um, all the way from Hampton to Charleston to wherever you may be, and you know where Orangeburg, South Carolina, you are invited to the Woman of Destiny women's conference on tomorrow. It's a workshop. It is a workshop. So we will be having a workshop on tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It starts at 10 and will end at 2 or before. But we are planning to have a great time. And the name of our conference is Faith Unleashed. So if you want your faith unleashed, meet us 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Registration is $25. Meet us at 2094 Hartwell. I can get someone to put it in the chat. Shatera, please. 2094 Hartwell Street in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Meet us there 10 o'clock in the morning. We will be having a workshop for the ladies, and we are going to have a good time. And everybody, anybody who wants to be, their faith will be unleashed on tomorrow. Come, enjoy, and I promise you, you'll be blessed. But it is a workshop. It is not a shout and rolling good time. We're coming in there to make a significant change in our faith. Our faith will increase and we will take action. So if you can and you want, come on 2094 Hartwell Street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Be there. You can go on my page and you'll see it. Just call, because sometimes the GPS takes people a roundabout way, but I can tell you it's between Columbia Road and Old St. Matthews Road. The street is in between there. So you can, I forgot, I want to say Wingate. Wingate. So Wingate is between St. Matthews Road and Columbia Road, and Hartwell Street runs right off of there behind the Piggly Wiggly in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Come on, I promise you, you will enjoy yourself. You will have a good time. Coach Faith is going to be in the house on tomorrow, and we are going to have our faith unleashed. So join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. Registration will start at 9:30. Comfortable, casual. It is not dressed up. Come comfortable, casual. We're going to have a good time. Maybe some movement going on. Just some surprises, some surprises. So just be there and know that you will. not be disappointed. So come on tomorrow night. Women of Destiny is sponsoring this workshop, Faith Unleashed. So I expect to see some of you in the house, and you are welcome to come. If you know of a young lady, um, those when you go on the thing, call me because it may be a young lady who does not have $25. She or a couple of them will be my special guest. I just need to know ahead of time. They can be my special guest. Oh, because that's how we are at our. Because everybody may not, but I'm talking about not somebody who wants to spend it on a dress or go out to eat after. I'm talking about somebody you know that needs it and do not have it. We will not stop them from coming. I love you. We're happy, happy, happy. Let's protect our seed. Faith Unleash will be here very soon. So I'm so excited. And again, thank you everyone for your patience that have waited. And even the ones that have inquired have been so great in just wanting to know. And thank you. I really appreciate you patronizing Faith Washington from Faith Shares Wisdom. Fam, we love you. And OMR, you are the best. OMR, you are the best. That is one of my families, and I appreciate them so much. Have a great weekend. And I will say again, those that can, just meet us tomorrow morning in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Your faith will be unleashed. Good night and have a great weekend. Good night, everyone.